Hello and welcome to Spanish Basics. In this module, I'll be speaking to you about adverbs. So let's get started. I've divided the subject into the following topics. We'll begin with a definition and general rule. We'll follow that with details on a general rule. Following that would be the discussion on the adverb position in a sentence. Then I'll give you an alternative way of forming adverbs in Spanish with the structured adverbial phrase. And finally, a third way of expressing adverbs in Spanish with the simple phrases used as adverbs. Now, an adverb is a word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, other adverb, or a word group. Adverbs answer how, when, where, why, or to what extent. An example is, he walked slowly. Él caminó lentamente. Now, as a general rule then, most adverbs are formed by adding mente to the feminine singular form of the adjective. Now, here are the details of this. The ending mente is the Spanish equivalent to the ly ending of the English adverb. Unlike adjectives, adverbs require no agreement because they modify a verb and not a noun or pronoun. Now, if the adjective varies for gender, add mente to the feminine singular form of an adjective. Now here are some examples. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just pronounce the adverb and express the meaning, and you can visually see to the left of the adverb a feminine adjective which is used to create the adverb. So, completamente means completely. Rápidamente means quickly. Alegremente means happily. Finalmente means finally. Ferozmente means ferociously. Generalmente means generally. Probablemente means probably. Raramente means rarely. Now let's speak to the adverb position in a sentence. Spanish adverbs and adverbial phrases are placed near the word they modify, generally right before or after. In other words, adverbs can appear in different places in a sentence. Some examples. The girl moved quickly. La muchacha se movió rápidamente. Time is passing slowly. El tiempo pasa lentamente. In these two examples, the adverb is at the very end of the sentence, after the verb. Now, the third example is the game finally ended. El juego finalmente terminó. So here you see the adverb before the verb. Now, this is the discussion of the structured adverbial phrase. So some English adverbs ending in ly can be expressed in Spanish by using con plus a noun. Now you might want to do this if the adverb is very lengthy, so it's difficult to pronounce, or it's very lengthy to write. So let's go through this left to right. Con alegría is the same as alegremente, which means happily. Con rapidez is the same as rápidamente, which means quickly. Con claridad is the same as claramente, which means clearly. Con respeto is the same as respetuosamente, which means respectfully. Con paciencia is the same as pacientemente, which means patiently. Con habilidad is the same as hábilmente, which means skillfully. Con cortesía is the same as cortésmente, which means courteously. Now, this is the third form that adverbs can take in Spanish. Some adverbs and adverbial expressions aren't formed from adjectives. They are words or phrases in and of themselves. So let's go through this. A menudo is often. Apenas is scarcely or hardly. Aprisa is quickly or fast. A veces is sometimes. Ahora is right. Ahora mismo is right now. Al fin is finally. Allá is there. Aquí is here. Bastante is quite, rare, or enough. Casi is almost. Cerca is near. De nuevo is again. De pronto is suddenly. De repente is suddenly also. De vez en cuando, from time to time. Demasiado is too. Despacio is slowly. Después is afterwards. Enseguida is immediately. Hoy día is nowadays. Lejos is far, and mal is badly. Now we're going to continue on with these. Now, menos is less. Mientras is meanwhile. Más tarde is later. Mejor is better. Muy is very. Peor is worse. Poco is little. Por consiguiente is consequently. Por fin is finally. Por lo general is generally. Por supuesto, of course. Pronto is soon. Pues is then. Siempre is always. Sin embargo is however or nevertheless. Sobre todo is above all or especially. Solo is only. También is also or to. Tan is as or so. Tarde is late. Temprano is soon or early. Todavía is still yet. A todos los días is every day. Ya is already. Ya no is no longer. Now, we're almost to the end of this module, and as my custom, I like to give you a refrain. En lugar de aprender mucho, lo mejor es aprender cosas buenas. Rather than a lot of learning, the learning of good things is best. We have now finished this module of Spanish Basics. I want to thank you very much for viewing. Muchas gracias y hasta luego. Bye now.